Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode of Miss Sweet Rants. So, if you're not familiar with what Miss Sweet Rants is about, I've done a basic introductional video right here which you can look at. And I'm sure you know what a rant video is. Hopefully, because there's plenty of them and everyone does a rant video from time to time. So, what's the subject today? And that is, I'm looking at the screen, slackers. Yeah, so I've kind of came across a couple of them from time to time, and it makes me wonder how on earth they get to be where they are. If I sat on someone else's talent and if I just sat on someone's talent and just leached off them, I would have been noticed that quickly. I just don't get slackers. They say they're gonna do a certain thing, then they vanish off and don't do anything for a good number of weeks. I mean, if you're going to do a certain thing at a certain place, then you're expected to do that certain thing at that certain place, correct? Correct. So, you're not going to get by in life if you're going to slack all the time. You've got to do the work because if you want to get by in life, you've got to do some work. You need money to pay for stuff. You can't have anybody waiting at your hand and foot all the time. People are going to think differently of you. They're going to think of you as lazy, unreliable, and, well, personally, I'm going to say rude, because if you're going to do some work at a certain time, I expect you to do that work then and now, and not harass me and tell me I should do more work while you are just hidden away somewhere doing absolutely nothing. People should work properly together instead of battering heads and saying, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that. God. Unreliable people. You want someone to be there to work with on a selective date, and they never turn up. And if you're an unreliable person who never turns up to certain events, why do you do that? Why? Why do you ignore people who want you to do something? Even if it's a really important thing for some work thing. I don't know how to say. But if you're meant to do a certain thing at a certain time, then you need to be there on the dot to do that thing, because there are deadlines to do work and projects and all. If you're gonna faff around, slacking around and leeching off anybody else's talent, then how are you going to cope in the real world where people expect you to do things for yourself? Because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and you can't really hold on anybody's hand and expect them to do your work for you, because you need to do your own work. And if you can't do the basic skills, and you're pretty lost. Because once everyone knows that you're a bit of a slacker, they're not going to work with you because they know that you're a slacker. and no one wants a slacker on their team. Because most people who want to get work done want to get the work done and not have any problems or anything. But if there's a slacker on the team, then there's extra stress of telling that person to get their bit of the work done. And on my part, getting in contact with a slacker is really hard. It's like trying to squeeze blood out of a stone. You just can't. Every blue moon, the slacker will tend to reply and say that they're doing work, and you tell them to show their work, but do they? No, they don't. They don't. Slackers, they really aggravate me. I hate working with them. Luckily, I'm not working with any slackers at all now. These days, I tend to work on my own projects, because, well, I can do many of the skills on my own, and basically, and I just want to do my own little thing. But if I was to do another selective project with another person, then I would need to learn more about that person's skills and background of what they've done, so I know that they're not a slacker and I can trust them with work. So that's my little rant on slackers, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Could have been short, I had to redo it. Enjoyed, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Or